What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing a part 2 of turning my e-bike into a clean Emoto. And this is how the e-bike is currently sitting right now. We just put on the front plate and we rose the headlight, but we didn't do that in the last episode. I just did that off camera, and I'm very sorry that I did this off camera. I wish I would have got it on recording, but it was all so fast. But anyway, this is how it looks right now. And today we're gonna be making this thing wheeliable. So we have an idea. Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna put some pegs back here, but we're not gonna do that today. We're gonna be just since we gotta upload this by Saturday, we're just gonna be swapping out the brakes and then hopefully either making custom pegs or a custom throttle. So yeah, let's get right into the brake swapping. You're probably asking, why am I swapping the brakes now? So basically, so what I'm trying to say is, this is the front brake and this is the rear brake. I want to swap the sides because I'm more used to the rear brake being on here than over here, okay? And also it's better for wheelies and more comfortable anyway. So, if we're going to be riding a quote-unquote Emoto, we got to swap the brakes. And also some Emotos come stock with the rear brake on the left, so it only makes sense that we would do this for a series like this. Alright, now in order to swap the brakes, all we need is this tool right here and to unscrew the brakes over here, which should be easy. So let's go ahead and get into that right now. Bruh, come on. Let me try it like this. Oh, here we go. Alright, now we're gonna untwist it this way, which is not working. Okay, let me just try it like this. Alright, untwist it this way. Here we go. Oh, yep. See how the brake's getting loose? Oh, it's working. It's working. Now, as you can see, it is working because now the brake is loose. But right here, as you can see, there's cable management right here. We're going to need to cut that zip tie. And luckily, we have extra zip ties, so that shouldn't be a problem at all. But first, let's get this off real quick. My mic started bugging. I don't know what happened, but I just figured out that we have to do this the old-fashioned way and then just take it off like this. Alright, the grip is off, and honestly, this is actually kind of crazy to see my bike like this, honestly. Bro, just look at it. Alright, now we gotta get this thing off. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but if we get this thing off, then we can have access to get this thing off, the brake. Alright, we have loosened this. We're taking this off now. And okay, now take the brake off, which I'm gonna have to take this off. I'm gonna have to cut this and then take the brake off. So let's just go ahead and do that. Alright, we got some scissors right here, but we have to be very careful to make sure we don't cut any of the wires. Alright, as you can see, the zip ties are now off. There is no zip ties on here. So now we can feel free to just take this brake off and then just swap it right now. But we do have to get this other side off before we do any of that. And the problem is this grip will not come out, so we're gonna need some extra tools for this. Oh god, this is gonna take a while. All right, now we just got the grip off, and I honestly have no idea how to get this throttle off. So that I don't know what happened to my my mic. I don't know what happened to my mic, but I think my mic died or something. But here we go. We've got the throttle off and everything. Oh my goodness, what is on this handlebar? Yeah, the throttle is just hanging right here. We got this thing off. Now we just need to unscrew this, take it off, and then switch the sides, and then put everything back on. Alright, now the brake is completely off, and this handlebar is almost clean, unless I will take this off, and then this handlebar would be completely clean. And now, honestly, like, in my vision, I thought changing the handlebars was gonna be super hard. This is, like, super easy. So I know that I won't have a problem with changing the handlebars, and I'll probably do that sometime soon, whenever I buy them at least. But let's try to take this thing off now. Ugh, I can't do this one hand. I'm keeping it above. All right, now both of the brakes are hanging on by a thread. Now all I gotta do is just swap the sides, and oh my god, there is another zip tie right here. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to take that off. We got the extra zip ties off, and now this is how it's looking. And now this is free to go pretty much anywhere. So now all we gotta do is just swap the sides. So first of all, I'm gonna bring this like over here. This is the rear brake. So we're gonna move this. We're gonna stretch it out a little bit just to bring it in there. I can't do this with one hand, like I said. So the rear brake is on, and as you can see, if you see the thing moving in the distance, that thing, it is officially swapped sides, and this is where the rear brake is now. I'm not gonna lie, it's feeling a little bit mushy. I think it's because of this right here. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, I gotta screw it on though. I mean, we're not gonna worry too much about that. All right, this is now on, and this is all good. I don't know what's going on with this bending part. I think it has something to do with the zip ties, but this thing's perfect. It's comfortable. It's exactly how I want it, and it's also the rear brake now. So let's just put everything else on before we get started on the left side, or the right side, I guess. There we go. I gotta tighten that, and there we go. This thing is not going anywhere. Oh my goodness. Okay, I did a good job. Now let's go ahead and put on the grip. Here's our grip, and now we gotta put it right back on here, and let's just see if it fits. Let's go ahead, tighten this up. Should be easier to put on than take off. Taking it off was kind of hard on the other side, but we ended up getting it off. All right, let me just. All right, yeah, this should be good enough. It's a little loose at the end here, but you know, I mean, look at the gap right here. It's not crazy. I mean, this is good enough. Okay, now we gotta fix our cable management, but first let's just put everything on this side on, including the brake. All right, so I didn't really show you how I did the brake, like how I switched sides. Basically just move around all these wires and then just put it on the other side. For now, it's super easy. You just do this. Flip it over like this, and then now make it reach. But I can't do this with one hand, so I'm gonna have to, you know. All right, now we have the brake on. It should be a lot easier to tighten this one than the other side, because as you can see, this other side is like aiming downward. So I'm gonna have to put it like both like aiming downward for it to look good. But you know, you can see where I'm like, you know, struggled between there. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and tighten this. Also, it won't even stay like this for some reason. I don't know why, but we're just gonna have to use some zip ties to put it together. I see why they had to use that now. The other brake is on, but the only problem is, yeah, what is that? Bro, I don't even know what is happening here. If anybody knows in the comments, just let me know, please, so I can fix this. But right now, we're just gonna have to deal with it, and then let's just go ahead and put on the zip ties.
Hey, yo!
Alright, we just finished the cable management. I think I did a very great job, but we need to do one more test to make sure this bike turns on. Let's see. And it works. Alright. Now, let's head to Home Depot for the last part of this video, because there's something else I do also want to try out. Okay, so we are back. It is a couple hours later, and we finally got everything set up. Okay, this works. Okay, and then this brick is no longer stuck anymore. It's like perfectly fine. We found out that it was like not connected to this part, which is why it was getting stuck like that. So everything is good, and everything's fine. It looks perfect. And I did a little something off camera, and it involves the throttle. Yes, as you can see, I have made a custom full twist throttle. If you're wondering where the grip was for this, it's right here. I put it right here. I can't put this on with the full twist. So basically, with this bike, there is no such thing as a full twist throttle. You cannot find any full twist throttle for sale anywhere for this bike. So I decided to make my own. And basically what I did was I used a cup, I cut it up, and then I just like did all that pretty much. So that's what I used to make this, and I put a bunch of tape on top of it so, you know, be comfortable. And then I put this thing that's supposed to be going right here, but you know, since I put this cup thing inside of there and then taped it on and everything, I put it right here at the end instead. So now it is a fully functional full twist throttle. And on Friday, I am going to be getting a new grip over here, so it will cover this entire thing, and it will be fine. So it will look like pretty good. And I'll also replace this side grip too. It's gonna be like grips, and it's gonna look so good because it's gonna match the color scheme that I'm going to go for. And I'm gonna keep that a secret for now because I don't want anybody knowing what color scheme I'm gonna go for until all the parts actually get here. But anyways, let's cut to where my grips get here. Okay, so we finally got the package. It just came. It is currently 3 o'clock right now, and I have a stream in 2 hours on my main channel, so we're just gonna hurry up and put the grips on. And to be honest, I'm a little worried that it's not gonna fit because of this part right here, the grip. I'm worried I'm gonna have to take this grip off, which should be no problem. I just don't know how to do it. I might need to cut it, but let's go ahead and open this thing up. Oh my goodness. Here they are, my purple grips. Oh my goodness, they look nice. Accidentally made that clip upside down. I'll just put it right side up after. But here we go. Here are the grips. Let's go ahead and open these things up and see if they're gonna fit. I'll open this. Like this. I gotta rip this thing open. Oh, here we go. Ooh, okay. Look at these. These are like stretchy too. They're nice. Okay, these are a little skinny though. I'm afraid this is not gonna fit with the full twist. All right, let's go ahead and take this grip off. I might need to use a specific tool for this one second. So what I do is I get one of these things that you use to take out the oven. I put it on the grip, and I kind of like use that to, like, you know, take it off because it has more grip. All right, I found a method. Here we go. So much easier. Yes. Whew. That was so much easier. All right, so in order for this grip to fit, we're gonna need to remake the full twist throttle. So we're just gonna take everything off, and then we're gonna start from scratch and make it so the grip can fit this time. Okay, so right now, what I'm doing right now, since it didn't fit, I am putting my grip in hot water for 10 minutes because that is what it said to do on TikTok. And supposedly, if I like spray some stuff in there that makes it like slick, I can possibly put it on really easily. Let's see how the full twist throttle is looking. Yes, I did put this back on. I taped it back in and everything, and now it is a fully functional full twist throttle once again. And I just wanted to put it on just to test it out and see if the grip would fit. And it almost fit, but it didn't quite fit. So I'm gonna put it in the hot water and then hope it fits after, and then I won't have to worry about that. But we did put on the other side. We did put on this grip. I just decided to finish it in the meantime because why not? And it looks so good. I mean, man, I don't know what it is about this, but like, I don't know, bro. It just looks so good. Okay, so the time is currently 3 o'clock in the morning, and we somehow figured out a way to put the throttle on the full twist. And if you want to know how, it's super sketchy, and I don't even want to show you guys, and I'm probably going to end up using a different idea. But just so you know, it works. I mean, I just got a low battery warning, my bad. It works. It twists over here. It twists over here. But I'm going to show you what's sketchy about it. So basically, no matter what I did, it would not fit on. So I decided to do it the old-fashioned way, and there seems nothing wrong with this, right? You don't see nothing wrong. Oh yeah, this I had to cut it. Yeah, unfortunately, I had to cut it. So yeah, I mean, I guess it does look fine though. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think it looks normal? I mean, it looks pretty fine to me. And honestly, I'm gonna just keep it like this in the meantime because I don't really care. So yeah, the color scheme we're gonna be going with is purple. The jig is up. I don't even know why I tried to keep it a secret, but I did film my outro in the daylight, so let's just go ahead and go to that. So that is going to be it for today's video. In the next video, we are going to be finishing the full twist throttle for good. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I go get the parts for it and everything. I'm gonna buy both of the parts most likely, and then we're gonna finish it for good. And also I gotta fix this part too. I'm about to literally fix that right now. And then I will also do some other stuff. Like, I'm gonna buy some new parts, like maybe a rear fender. I'll probably buy a rear fender for next video, and then I'll buy something else that you guys won't know yet, in case I do buy it, honestly. But anyways, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and goodbye. All right.